Hello and welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by W Energy Drinks, drinks for gamers, and EAC Eldridge Air Conditioning. Thanks for their support. This is round 4 of our Sunday League Championship from League 2 in the Subaru BRZ GR3 cars. And, we're in the Austrian Alps for the sound of music, the sound of horsepower, and these cars flying around this 2.7 mile clockwise Redbull Ring circuit here in Spielberg. So we've got 2 more races for this round, 2 17-lap races, this one, and then the second one coming up shortly. Now, we are, or we could be, expecting some rain in race 2. It has been forecast. We are hoping that it's not going to hit the circuit, but knowing this part of the world, it's probably very likely that it will. So, we'll keep our fingers crossed, but, we never know. We may get away with it. We'll see. Anyway, let's get back to this race 1, and let's take you through this grid going into this one. So we've got Motorstorm Hero in pole position, Brian Mechanic in second, Conrad in third, Cherry Bomb in fourth, Brian Mancani in fifth, Captain Slow in sixth, Brownie in seventh, Bloomfield in eighth, Badman in ninth, Jabba in 10th, Benzo in 11th, the Big Mac in 12th, thanks again for the replays to him, and Pablo Jr. in 13th. So 13 cars. Let's hope it's not unlucky for some. But I've noticed that, yet again, Dyson is not here. So it's going to be the second round that he's actually missed. So he's going to be dropping quite a few hefty points here with these rounds. But it is what it is. I think, not sure what the issue is. But anyway, he's not here. So let's get on with this one. Here we go. So being a clockwise circuit, going to be quite a few right-handers, are a couple of left-handers, but so we'll see how the tyres go. Should be all the way straight through for these boys on the softs as they head up to this first hairpin corner. Easy to pick up a penalty, although you may get away with it on turn 1, lap 1. But Conrad, and he just takes a spin. Imagine, let's have a look. Where is he? He's actually third at this point. Gets round here. Does he hit the curb, or did he just? He just let it just went loose on him. As he come over the brow, it just went loose, and I know how you feel, because I've done exactly the same thing on exactly the same lap in race 1, turn 1. So yeah, exactly happened to me. So there you go, happens to all of us. So there's at the back then, there's Motorstorm Hero. Oh, what's that happened now? Someone's gone off. Brian Mechanic this time. Looks like he's had an issue up at the turn 3. Went very wide out onto the curbs, and then it's very greasy out there. Just done exactly what Conrad done, but just the next corner. That King came round. We know these are quite twitchy motors, these. So don't have to really be very cautious. The track's not really yet warm. Hasn't really warmed up yet. It looks quite... it's not particularly warm out there either, temperature-wise, so the grip's going to be a little bit less than normal. Even though there are no soft tyres, we'll take a lap to get them up to temp. So as we see, Big Mac attacking Brian Mancani. Didn't get that done though, did he? So sits in 11th place, but all coming around here nicely. Now as they come round the left-hand up through to complete the lap. So we see our leader, who's got half a second penalty already for track limits. It's got to be through the S's down there as he comes now through this final corner, where you can pick up another penalty if you run too far out onto that red and green. Let's see if everyone gets through okay. Bloomfield in 5th, Kebabman 6th, Jabba in 7th, Twitch from 8th, from Benzo 9th for Brian. Pablo's up to 10th, then it's Big Mac. Then we've got Captain Slow. Look at Big Mac now, he's attacking Pablo up here at turn 1. Does he get that done? Oh, it was a little touch, but he backs off. Does the Big Mac back to 12th. Pablo 11th. It's all quite close up here, isn't it? As we now head up to turn 3. This is kind of turn 2. It's a little kink. Some people don't call it turn 2. They call this one turn 2, but we'll call this turn 3. Very difficult on the camber. Big Mac going really wide, didn't quite get that right. I think he just lost his braking zone there as Conrad goes through as well to 12th. So a few little errors, but it doesn't help with this track being as it is at the moment. Got a lot of rubber being laid down yet. As we'll see our leader, Motorstorm Hero, just about to take that penalty off, but he'll be fine. He won't lose a spot. I think he got it through here, going over where he just got. No, you can't go too far across those inside curves here. Brian the mechanic took quite a lot of it there. He may get away with that. That is a penalty place. So Motorstorm then gets rid of the penalty area here. Still in first, Cherry Bomb going second, Brian the mechanic in third. We know that Cherry Bomb is on a real charge at the moment. Had a great round last time out. Looks like he's ready for this one as well here in Austria. Brian the mechanic still got a little bit of glitching going on, hasn't he? But I'm sure that will sort itself out shortly as he attacks Cherry Bomb now. Look at this, right up behind him. Got a good exit, didn't he, out of turn 1. He's on the outside coming up to turn 3. This hairpin corner, maybe down to first. A little spurt of power to get it done, and he gets around the outside of Cherry Bomb. So a good pass from Bry, the mechanic there. Up to second he goes. It's Motorstorm Hero. He's Dyson's teammate, and Dyson's hasn't been here and he's not here, so team points also are suffering a little bit here. As we see Brownie in the Falcon car. Around that right hander who's gone wide there. Bloomfield again. That was also, who was that? He slowed down Kebab Man. Was there an incident between them both, or was that 2 separate incidents? Let's have a look. Bloomfield in 5th here. I think he just grabbed the curb. He had the Kebab Man right behind him. Was there a little? Oh, there was a little touch. Yeah. So Bloomfield just got a little nudge there, and Kebab Man does the right thing and waits, and then Bloomfield gets it going again. In 11th place, Conrad goes through to 10th. Bad Man staying well out of the way, allowing Bloomfield to go. And the Bad Man will go. And another yellow flag. What's this for now? Is there been another incident? Not sure. Let's have a look. Can't see anything obvious. Brian Moncarney, Captain Slow. Benzo in 6th. Jabber 5th. No, I think there might have just been one from previous. Look at Brownie now. He looks on it, doesn't he? In this Falcon car, and he's going to attack Brian. And actually, Brian and Cherry Bomb fell right back into the clutches of Brownie, haven't they? Come up to, and Jabber's not that far off either as they come up now to turn 1. Motorstorm's away now. He's left them for dead at the moment, but this is a good little battle heating up here for the final podium places, isn't it? Again, Cherry Bomb has got that move done and he's up to second. Gets that second again off the Bry, but Bry's attacking and he's on the inside as well. He's going to be bravest on the brakes. Oops, camera. And yeah, I think Brian got it. He was on the inside line, sorry about that. So Cherry, got back to third there. Brian got up the inside of him there. So Brownie as well, still looking strong. And Jabber, Benzo, not a million miles away. It's all closing up here. It's the nature of this circuit. Jabber has a little moment. 2 teammates, of course, in that Denzo livery. Team Denzo. Captain Slow, Brian Moncarney. So Benzo in Team Denzo. Like it. Brian Moncarney there in 7th. Captain Slow actually in 7th. Brian in 8th, sorry, I should say. So Captain Slow, lucky strike. Chasing down Benzo and Jabber. Got to be very, very cautious through that final corner. Just got to be a little bit careful to have too much over steer. Give you that penalty. Pablo in 9th, Conrad in 10th, Big Mac in 11th. As Brian Moncarney having a good move up the inside there of Captain Slow. Let's have a quick look at that again. So he's some way back, isn't he, here, Brian? Now, was it? I squared it off a little bit, dived down the inside, and well, yeah, it's pretty fair to me. With the door to door, but rubbing is racing, as they say, and so that looked pretty fair to me, I've got to say. Just got a better cornering from Brian as we see the two teammates battling ahead of him now, but Brian's on a bit of a charge. Be careful the back end doesn't come around there on that hairpin corner. Very easy as we see Conrad now attacking Pablo down the inside of the bridge, and just going to get this done to go back to, or go into ninth, I should say. Pablo ran it a little bit wide there. It's hazards going. I'm sure what that is. It's a flashing hazard light as well. So electrical fault there in that car. So in the back anyway, as we see Pablo trying to attack Conrad again. Gone off altogether now. Has it? Oh no, they're back on again. Oh no, they're the brake lights. Sorry, so it was a flash. Oh, look at Benzo. What's he doing out there? Bucket and spade, please, for Benzo. Let's have a look. Must have ridden the curbs there as he comes down through. He was in sixth as well. He's been challenged by Brian Moncani, wasn't he? But as he come through here, oh, it was an inside curb and it just completely threw him across. Sent him over the other side, and then he was in the deep stuff. And he should be out of the way a little bit there, Benzo. Fortunately, he ghosted and the cars went through, so back to 13th, so back to last for Benzo. Unfortunate there because he was in a good position, wasn't he? Up until that point. So let's go and have a quick look at our leader, who's absolutely leading them, and he's got that fastest lap, of course, so 1:28.9 over Storm Hero, Team Napa. Big gap back then to Brian, who's Brian the mechanic, who's still keeping Cherry Bomb behind him. Cherry Bomb, though, is keeping him honest. Baines in third with Brown, is still in fourth, and then it's sort of a big gap back then to Jabba, so this, the exception of Motorstorm, second, third and fourth, still pretty close battle there. So the weather is meant to be changing. As you can see, the sun is trying its best to come out, but it's not going to last. I think within the next hour or two that rain will hit, certainly, as I say, by the time race 2 comes around. So at the moment, looking like it's going to be shaping up to be a glorious day, but don't be fooled. So we see come up over the top towards the second to last corner now. This right hand, double right hander, really through that faster one into this horrible tight off camber final corner to throw the car sideways. As we see Jabba now coming through, just got to kind of ease it off through there. Brian in Roncani in 6th, Conrad in 7th. So Conrad actually from being right at the back at turn 1 after he's off, he's made his way through. He's got himself to 7th, so he's doing well at the minute, isn't he, Conrad? He won't make that mistake again, I'm sure, as he goes past where it happened. Now these three, the line, who's going to attack who? Brian Moncani's looking like he wants a piece of Jabba, and Conrad wants a bit of Brian, so we'll see who has a bit of who by the time we come out of it. And oh, Jabba. It was the end of that. Jabba made a little mistake, and let's have a look. So much of a mistake, I couldn't even find him on camera as Jabba goes round, back end come round the usual. But then he fortunately just hits Conrad. He applies the power and he goes spinning as well across the other side. So two kind of separate instances, but they were kind of involved, but Conrad didn't have anywhere to go. Jabba went across in front of him, and that was the end of that. So Jabba remains in 6th, Bloomfield behind him in 7th. Pablo in 8th, Cab Madman in 9th. We're back to having kebabs and Big Macs in here, aren't we? We had this before some time ago in the league I was covering, these guys. Whenever these are in here, it's making me feel hungry. Conrad in 10th, Benzo in 11th. And then Captain Slow, half a second penalty now in 12th. Affect anything, and then Big Mac in 13th. So it was looking promising for him at the start, wasn't it? And then just faded a little bit behind here. So maybe he's picked up a few penalties. I haven't seen him on camera, so I'm not sure, but Maybe that's what it is. That's why he's so far back. Possibly, I don't know. I'm guessing there. Someone who hasn't picked up, well, he has picked up a penalty actually because we see it, but someone who hasn't picked up many and who is steaming away ahead is Motorstorm Hero. Still 1:28.9 is his fastest lap as he takes off that outside curve, which you can do, and then through this next left, right. Well, in fact, you can't do that because the second, I think it went too far. You can take it, but I think it went too far on all four wheels to go across the curb in there. So he did get punished with a second penalty, but again, such as his lead, it's not going to have any effect on his position. He's not going to lose anything, just a little bit of time. So he comes out the final corner to start lap 9. So steaming through here, almost, well, we are pretty much halfway through this race already, so gone really quick, hasn't it, this one? Right. Should call his name, it shouldn't be Brian the mechanic, should be Brian the window wiper. So he's still got it going. I reckon he purposely tells the mechanics not to worry about that. It's perhaps it's brings him good luck, I don't know. The last few rounds he's had it going anyway. Mind you, he might need it for race 2, so there you go. So he's pushing him on anyway. I suppose it just automatically will be on for him. Hasn't got to worry about that button. So Cherry Bomb there in 3rd. Brownie 4th, so it's all still pretty close here. Don't want to take too much of that curb either. Yellow strip. It's quite a high hump. As we know, some of these cars can bottom out on there, as we just witnessed. Jabba. So Brownie in 4th then, sliding it round that right-hander. Lovely corner if you get that one right. And then power down and into this next left-hander. One change down to about 4th. Power out as you exit corner. Take that curb in. Power, drop of the gear there. Through this next little sequence of S's and then up over the top. And into the final 2 corners. But this battle ahead is still looking pretty close. In fact, all 4 are still close. Probably all separated by the same amount there. Probably just a couple of tenths. Brian Moncarney then is your 5th place man, and he's a little bit on his own now. Whether he's got enough to challenge guys ahead, time will tell, but at the moment it's unlikely. Jabba 6th, Bloomfield 7th, and Bloomfield now getting into the slip of Jabba up to turn 1. Is he going to get that done? No, he doesn't. Maybe if he gets a good exit here, Bloomfield, and stay with him and see maybe up here at turn 3. Himself up, he might have a go, there you go, pulls out. It's a good move, he gets it done, up to 6th, and a lovely clean move. Well done from those boys. So nice move from Bloomfield. Jabba back to 7th. It's a good race in there. Conrad dropped to place to 8th, and Kebab Man, half a second penalty in 9th. Captain Slow in 10th. Enzo in 11th. So Kebab Man had a terrible race, didn't he? Last time out of Watkins Glen. Had some real major mechanical issues. Major hit as well into the barrier, where he just went straight on, and then he couldn't quite get a car started, and then from that point on, really, it was a no-show in regards to the car. So thankfully, it seems to be working okay here. As he stays in 9th place. Don't want to take too much of that. Slow in 10th, Benzo in 11th, Pablo in 12th. Being chased down by Big Mac, so Big Mac has actually caught up with Pablo now. So this could be an interesting little battle at the rear of the field. Big Mac now. What's he going to do here at turn 1? Is he going to have a go here? Pablo defending well. didn't get that done and remains in 13th. It's Big Mac. Up here at turn 3. He get the job done. Oh, he doesn't need to, does he? Pablo's done what everybody else has done. Spun it, turn 3, back end coming round. Very easily done. Oh, can he get it in gear? Don't be rolling back now. Yeah, it does get it back, but lose a lot of time there for Pablo, so in 13th for him. Now our leader is obviously still Motorstorm Hero, but Brian the Mechanic and Co. does appear to be closing. So I see a gap. Certainly seems to be closing in on Motorstorm Hero. We've seen this from Motorstorm Hero though, of course. He does a little spell in between, doesn't he, where he just calms it down a little bit. Maybe just helps the tyres a little bit. He knows he's got the gap, so he doesn't really need to push all out, does he? Force a mistake, so maybe he just has that little relaxing period as he drifts it round. He's not that far behind, but I think he's got it under control. So he did this last time out as well. Looked like they were catching, but actually it was him who was just taking a bit of a breather, as we see Brian under pressure from Cherry Bomb in this little battle. Brownie's just falling off the back of him a little bit. So it's really these two here for second and third for those podium places. Brownie, of course, will be hoping that they slip each other up. Past them. Yeah, I think Motorstorm Hero is just controlling this now in front. So we come into the last kind of 5 laps. He obviously feels he doesn't need to push 100%. Cherry Bomb, no. As I say, he's proving every round, actually, Cherry Bomb. I'm sure by the time we get near the end of this championship, remember only on round 4, so still a long way to go here. I think he'll be up there challenging. Oh, what's happened to Brian? Oh, what's happened? We'll get the right cameras here today. It's in second, and it's going to be the back end again, isn't it? Yep. Not too bad, but he could actually lose. That's the Brownie. That's the mistake the Brownie was waiting for from one of them, wasn't it? And he's going to surely have a go and get that 3rd place if Brian's not going to give it to him, of course. So let Cherry Bomb, a little bit of it might actually have been a bit glitching there, actually. Brownie gets through, so now Brownie does take that 3rd place. Brian is fighting back though. It's allowing Cherry Bomb to just pull away, isn't it? As Brian goes a little bit wide on turn 1. Brownie then trying to break the draft to Brian the Mechanic, but he's still there. It's better exit through there now. Look at this. I just see Cherry Bomb with a penalty. I think these two will be fighting so hard that it's not going to make too much of a difference. Right, look at these two up side by side to turn 3. Brown is surely going to keep 3rd place. He does. It's a good attempt from Brian, but quite have enough on the outside there, did he? So he'll have another go, I'm sure. Of course, what they don't want to do is fight too much and allow the other Brian Moncani, to join the front. He looks a little bit too far back to actually get involved with it, but anyway, it looks like Brownie's got away from Brian the Mechanic now, as we see Cherry Bomb just now taking off that penalty. Shouldn't matter too much. He lose too much there. Yeah, barely anything, to be fair. So ranks in second place. Our leader now coming along the start and finish line to start lap 15. So 3 more laps now for these drivers before they can get back into their box and do whatever they do when they go back in their box. Have a drink, read a newspaper, play with themselves. I mean, I don't know. As Brian the mechanic goes up the outside, and he's always got a great exit, hasn't he? Brian the mechanic out of turn 1, always great exit. It's again proved it worked because he's got past Brownie there at turn 1, so he does get that 3rd place back, and he's his sector there as well. And in fact, if he carries on like this, he could be back in a hunt behind Cherry Bomb for that 2nd place. Looks like he's on a bit of a mission now, Brian the mechanic. That was Brownie, that was very close to the back end of Brian the mechanic, just about got it stopped, didn't he? Brownie, seen herring into the corner there. His eyes probably, I was going to say, they're probably really wide at that point, and were probably shut actually, as he was waiting for the crash, bang wallop, but fortunately didn't work, didn't happen. So Brian with half a second there, and he might actually get a little bit more now, because that looked like he cut that corner a bit. That was okay, so half a second it is. So again, Brownie will be rubbing his hands behind. If he can stay with him, he might. Oh, and again, he might not need to. That's not the first person. Wow, that's a proper dizzy off that one. And you know what? That's going to allow Brian Moncani, who's coming through the final corner, to possibly take that 4th off Brian the mechanic. He's got half a second as well, but he don't care about that, because Brian mechanic in front of him's got, so the 2 Bryars have got 2 penalties. Brian Bright in 4th and 5th. It's a race to the penalty line here, isn't it? Oh no, I can't believe it. Brian the mechanic's done it again. And he's got damage. What happened this time? Oh, and exactly what Conrad done. Turn 1, and he's had a disastrous last couple of corners. He's not careful, you know, and he's just been taken by Conrad. He might get taken by this next pack that's behind him, a Bloomfield Jabber. It's a bad man. But meanwhile, Conrad said, thanks very much, we'll have a bit of piece of 5th place, thank you. And won't have an easier pass all day, will he? There, so up to 5th goes Conrad. So Brian Mechanic with another half-second penalty, and he's had a blinding start to this race. He was up there fighting all the way, and then this last couple of laps have been absolute disaster for him. His offs. So he's going to want to forget about this first race now, isn't he? Although he's still in 6th, so it's going to get some pretty good points still. He'll probably be kicking himself a little bit. So we now see Motorstorm Hero, our leader, on the final lap, lap 17 here in Austria, as he comes up along the back straight now for the very last time in this race, and will be victorious. Everything else on track looks pretty settled. Doesn't look like there's any other battles really going on anywhere, so we might as well stick with Motorstorm Hero as he comes round the final corner. He hasn't beaten his lap time, but he is up by a 10th, so actually he might actually beat his fastest lap here on the final lap. Still the 1:28.9. We're about to find out, see how, if he loses time here in this last section, or whether he gains it round and out the final corner to cross the line. Congratulations, Motorstorm Hero, winner. He does improve a 1:28.8 by that 10th, just under a 10th. Cherry Bomb, well done. He will get that 2nd place. It was a bit dicey, wasn't it? He was fighting with Brownie, wasn't he, for a little while? Or Brian the Mechanic actually was fighting with. So he gets second. Well done, Brownie. Well done to him. Team Falcon gets third. Congratulations. Brian Moncani will get fourth. Quite have enough in the end, did he? Little error as well in there. Conrad, well, we couldn't have dreamt he was going to get fifth after turn one, lap one, would he, when he was facing the other way. He does get fifth though. We've got Brian the Mechanic, who's probably be glad this one's over, in sixth. Oh, actually, he doesn't get sixth. He got done by Bloomfield right at the end. Brian Mechanic seventh, Jabber eighth, Kebabman ninth. So I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe out of fuel. Just to the issues even worse. 10th for Captain Slow. Benzo will come round, finishing 11th. The Big Mac will come in 12th. With Pablo, who didn't get another lap in 13th. So there's your race one here at Spielberg Red Bull Ring in Austria. Join me for race two very soon, and let's hope it's dry. See you then. Bye for now.